Well, hello there. And how are you today? Welcome in. I hope everybody's doing great. Have had a lot of amazing dreams recently and some other, I don't know, stuff coming through in my during my sleep time, which I don't know if I classify as dreams because it just seemed like there was a lot of breakthrough messaging happening this weekend. So I'm going to tell you about that and I'll talk more about it in the morning message tomorrow and Monday. But tomorrow on Monday. But today, let's just see what wants to come through. I've been getting a lot of requests by you guys to do a little class in shadow work. And so we're doing that this week in Pathfinders. I am going to teach you a tool that will help you do shadow work. People just throw it around like, "Oh, do your shadow work." And everyone's like, "Okay, I don't really know what I'm doing." So I'm going to teach you how. Okay? All right. That's something you guys have been requesting for a while. So let's see what wants to come through. I am going to also do all the zodiac this week. I've done Aquarius already, and so you'll see the rest of them this week. Mars isn't going retrograde till the 23rd. We'll talk more about that in the individual zodiacs. So let's see what's going on here. Safe travel underneath. Friendship. Good fortune. I love this. The key. This is almost this kind of says to me like appreciate what you have, what is right in front of you. And I know it's, we also talk a lot about affirmations and about, sort of getting to the next level or, manifesting a vision and all of that kind of thing. But I feel like right now, what's kind of being asked of us is to just be where we are. Just be where we are. Let it be okay to be where you are right now and really be kind and gentle with yourself, especially as we're going to be doing this shadow work. That's one of the things in my mind that is the key to manifesting is that you're aligning with being your own champion. And that being said, there's a card here right now in the friendship card. There's a card here right now. This card says to me that I think the tail end of this Mars in retrograde is saying to me that we need to, I'm going to brighten this up. We need to assess who we have around us. Okay. We need to assess who we have around us. Now, some people we are lucky to have them around us, and other people are, kind of using you or wearing you down. Or how do you feel after you are with this person? Like, really be honest with yourself. Are you exhilarated and feeling inspired, or are you like, oh, I'm glad that's over? Okay. Or I feel drained, or I feel not appreciated or turned around, or like less excited about something. And why do I feel less excited? Maybe that person kind of talked it down. Pay attention to that. Okay. 2 of Wands, the 7 of Pentacles. This is the Good Tarot. This deck is called the Good Tarot. 6 of Wands. Here's Temperance. I love this. And here's the Lovers card. So Gemini and Sag playing a big role right now. And in fact, I was thinking to myself this morning, we're going to be talking about Mars retrograde and what has been happening since really October when Mars started slowing down is we're kind of, and then retrograde December 6th. And so now it's been in retrograde until February 23rd. It's stationing direct. It's pretty much direct now. It's stuck. It's like stuck at 17 degrees. So we're pretty much saying to ourselves, like, what inspires us, what drives us, what brings us to the next level of things. And do we want more of that, right? We want more of that. And I was saying that to myself this morning, and I was thinking, well, to me, what I like doing is I like learning stuff and then teaching stuff. Very, very Gemini Sag. Learning stuff is Gemini. Sag is teaching on a higher level, right? This is teaching from a place of how things are all connected and, the meaning of things, right? The bigger meaning of things. And that's totally in alignment with all this Piscean energy that we're getting where we are almost in Pisces season this week. And Pisces season is the last zodiac sign. So it's quite karmic. It can be about closure or bringing things to a close or endings or things along those lines. But it is also about like seeing the meaning or the purpose in things. And, you know, you get to the end of the movie and you're kind of like, okay, now I see maybe the bigger story arc here. Now I see like there's some things that happen as they wrap up the movie that make you kind of like philosophical about it. Very Sag energy. So that's what's coming in here. And I feel like this Two of Wands and the Six of Wands. Two of Wands is about decisions. So is the Gemini energy. So is the Lover's card, right? And the Seven of Pentacles is about what have I invested my time and energy into that I want to keep going with? What makes me feel balanced? What brings me joy? What brings me, happiness? But then also like some things that were kind of tough are going to be coming to a close too. And like, I bet you, and this is true of me, that if you look back in your life, some of the hardest, most difficult times you've had yield your biggest gain, like a slingshot, like woof. That's very Sagittarian too. That's the Archer, right? It's like pull back in order to go forward. And we don't have, every single experience we have does have a closure moment to it, has a beginning, has sort of a building energy and a winding down energy. And we are now in a kind of a little bit of a winding up or a winding down energy. And anything that's kind of like fighting for energy or fighting for breath or fighting to like this you're seeing it right now, this very kind of like jerky sudden sledgehammer kind of experience. It's not going to last. Okay. And I just want you to recognize that this period of time, there's like, it's almost like there's like, let them cry it out. Let whatever is being jerky, that's trying to hold on, that's trying desperately to hold on. We've been talking about that in the twin flame readings, like divine feminine, pull your energy back in. Do not focus on the divine masculine. Do not focus on that. Pull your energy back in. That is the thing that is going to sort of, you're removing your attention. You're removing your energy. And that goes for anything that you don't want to persist. You feel your feelings, right? Don't jam them down or like, I'm all fine. I'm totally fine. Like, be where you are. And be okay with it. Okay? Because finding a neutral spot of just witnessing, even though you might be like, that's not what I want to happen. You're seeing someone going through a difficult time and you're like, you're wanting to help, but like, doesn't seem, it really is that person's thing to do. And there's really nothing to do. But witnessing can be very powerful during those kinds of times. So give yourself that gift. And this feels like a lot of our energy right now is we're being asked to understand what does inspire us and what does motivate us and what does bring us joy and what does, what we want to persist. And this is just a witnessing, right? This last week before Mars goes direct, and it takes a while for Mars to go direct again. And the Piscean, the next month, the Piscean energy of endings and closings. So I imagine, when we get to Aries energy, we do also have Venus going retrograde on the 1st or 2nd of March. So by the time we get to the time of eclipses in March, that is going to be a big deal. And right now, this can be a time of feeling like I want to scramble I hate this feeling of like not doing anything, or this feeling of very circumspect. right? We've been through this Aquarian time when it was all in your, it was in your head. Now this is more an emotion, and that can feel really challenging to some people. So let's see what wants to come through. Oh, beautiful. The Strength card. There's Leo. The Strength card, the Hermit energy. Oh, yeah. That's like a pulling of the energy back in. Hermit, you don't even see anybody, just behind this closed door, meditating, aligning with ourselves. Tower. Pull your energy back in. If there are things going on in the world that you don't want to persist, and a lot of people are doing this, just take your energy away from it. Don't give it more power. You know, when I was working in television, one of the things that was hardest for me to wrap my head around is more people will watch a person that they can't stand than one that they feel joy around. Seriously. And, you know, they will, more people, it will, whatever animates you is what you're going to watch. Now that said to me, there's a lot of negativity in the collective right now. And I feel like that's what's happening in the middle of the night, that I'm going deep. And I feel like y'all are doing this too, if this is part of your experience, going really deep and transmuting this dark energy of the collective, which is, I feel like that's what this is about. This Hermit energy is about. So pull your energy back in. There's going to be a Tower. Wow. King of Wands. I love this King of Wands card. I love the King of Wands in general. So that's Leo energy. We got 2 Leo cards there. 4 of Wands. Safe travel. That's moving. And the 8 of Pentacles. Some of you are going to be moving into a different kind of work or something that really brings you joy. It's like, well, if I don't have to do a thing for whatever reason, that you have to do a thing right now. If I don't have to do that thing, what would I do differently? What would I put in its place? And I feel like some of you would move from where you are. Some of you would end relationships. Some of you would quit jobs. Some of you would, take your energy away from a group of people or a cause or something like that. Just like removing. I feel like there's a lot of that going on here. King of Swords, there's the Aquarian energy. 3 of Pentacles, lots of collaboration, I'm feeling. Collaboration, and the 9 of Swords. There's just this sense of a lot of neural energy going on. And I actually really like this 9 of Swords in this deck. It is like a lot of monkey mind going on. Okay. And that can be about, things getting disrupted that had been put in place so meticulously, but that they are not necessary for the future. They're not necessary. So definitely seeing that you are being asked to embody your true emotion. Your emotions are in your body. So feel emotions, transmute them, work with whatever's happening in your life in order to release it. There's something to be released. And that's going to bring us a new platform on which to build. Because this is like something was built on sand, or something is built on, I don't know. Let's see what is this tower about? Four of Swords. 5 of Cups. Hierophant. Tradition. 2 of Swords. It's almost like tradition. Things that didn't grow or change, right? That didn't ever make any new decisions to go in a better direction. Those things are going to be lost because they have been unhealed all this time. Okay. They've been unhealed. And so there is going to be this Tower moment. 2 of Swords, I'm almost saying that There's a Tower because no decisions have really been made. So let's just say, for example, you have to do something in your work or in your relationship or something, like it. You're feeling it, you have to move it forward, but there's just this sense of drawing back in, pulling back in your energy. I get the feeling that a lot of you are in places with people, in situations that are not where you're going to be very, very soon. Like within a month, there may be a completely different set of circumstances. And you've not made decision up until this time, up until, making no choice. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if this is going to be a good choice or a bad choice. I don't know. I don't know. Right. And so there's just this sense of making no choices and, drawing back within oneself. Pisces time is going to close things out that need to be closed out. This is sort of like there has been a choice. Doing nothing is still a choice. Okay. Doing nothing is still a choice. And what I'm seeing here is there's some kind of awareness around that. Okay. There's some kind of awareness around that maybe if I do nothing, then I won't have to do something, but you are doing something by doing nothing. You are doing something. And you're basically, like you're voting with your feet. You're making a decision to stand firm. You're making a decision to not talk. You're making a decision to not engage. So this King of Wands here, this seems infinitely happier down here, even though there's the Nine of Swords. The King of Wands, Seven of Swords, the Fool, the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, I love that. And the Queen of Water. I've been getting Queen of Cups. I've been getting that a lot here. So there's definitely this sense of, look at all this masculine energy. The Strength card is the divine feminine, right? It's divine feminine power behind these closed doors. And the masculine energy is being balanced. I feel like this is a masculine who has been healing themselves or working on their own life as you've pulled your energy back in. This masculine now is sort of, there's been Seven of Swords is definitely about no communication, but it's like, Seven of Swords can be a lie or can be deception. There's something about a mask. You see how she's in this deck, she's wearing a mask. So there's some kind of deceptive energy that's getting cleared, right? Deceptive energy getting cleared. And there's a new path for this masculine calling in. I love the French horn there, calling in the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. So Pisces energy showing up here, and Pisces, the Pisces seasonal energy is really about, okay, we're clearing our karmic patterns in preparation for something that has no deception, that is going to be very transparent. We're going to have something put in place now, or that we're all going to work together. If this is the collective, we're all working to put in place things that are more transparent. And I said this last year when I was talking about learning about using your intuition, because really understanding that, or really, being able to clearly see who's aligned with joy and peace and everything like that, who's aligned with that and who's not, is going to become very common. Okay. It's going to become very common. And that's a cool thing. So there's a lot of collaboration going on here, a lot of ideas. I almost want to say this is a lot of ideas because the King of Swords is here. And this can be in your work, or this can be in your life, but or your relationship. But the thing that says to me here is there's a major shift that just gets rid of deception, gets rid of lying, gets rid of things behind closed doors, backroom deals, things like that keep people out of the loop, keep them away from their greatest power. Eight of Pentacles. Two of Cups. Oh, beautiful. The Judgment card, the Wheel of Fortune. Look at this Wheel of Fortune. This is divine timing, people. And the Five of Wands. So there is going to be a coming together and a lot of people talking, a lot of people trying to kind of get a foothold in being in leadership. Now, for you, this feels like what's really being asked of us here, you in specific, since you're watching this and you're maybe drawn here by this title, is what are you willing to fight for? What inspires you? What brings you joy? What makes you feel hopeful? What is it? And I feel like we're being shown a lot of stuff that's not that, so that we can move away from that. And also moving away from that paradigm where people engage in things, watch things, connect with influencers or people on TV or radio, whatever it is, that just like gin up their hate and anger and rage. That is going to be shown. There's going to be a lot of like transparency here. And the new thing that's coming in is going to be based on, okay, well, what do you love? So it's time to have an answer to that. What do you love? Who do you love? What do you want? Okay. So this week is definitely this is being asked of us, because what's coming in is a decision. All right. A decision. Archangel Michael, the Temperance card, is bringing in some kind of choice point. So know where you go. All right. So I'm going to continue on with this. Let's go deeper into this reading. I'm going to look at what we don't see coming. Let's see how this plays out. There's a link below if you want to continue on with me. I'll see you over there. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.